It was a stormy night, and I found myself working late at the dimly lit office. The tapping of raindrops against the windows created an eerie ambience, and every now and then, a flash of lightning would cast unsettling shadows down the hallway. My colleagues had already left, leaving me alone with my deadlines. As I focused on my computer screen, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Suddenly, I heard faint footsteps echoing down the hallway outside my office. My heart raced, but I brushed it off, attributing the sounds to the creaking building and my overactive imagination. Yet as the night wore on, the footsteps grew more persistent. They weren't the sound of the building settling. They were deliberate and calculated, as if someone or something was pacing back and forth outside my door. I felt a chill crawl up my spine, and a sense of dread crept into my mind. Trying to rationalize my fears, I told myself it must be the janitor making their rounds, but the footsteps were different, heavy and irregular, like someone wearing heavy boots. The sense of isolation became overwhelming, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being targeted by an unseen presence. Feeling uneasy, I mustered the courage to investigate. Peeking out into the hallway, I saw nothing but darkness. The footsteps persisted, and I strained my ears to determine their origin. They seemed to be coming from somewhere just beyond my sight, hidden in the shadows. As I slowly ventured down the hallway, the atmosphere grew more oppressive, and the flickering lights only intensified my fear. The footsteps seemed to get louder, but still, I couldn't see anyone. I felt a cold breath on the back of my neck, and a voice whispered, "Leave this place." Panicked, I turned around, only to find an empty hallway. My heart pounded in my chest, and I realized that I wasn't alone. There was something malevolent lurking in the darkness. Desperate to escape, I hurried back to my office, locking the door behind me. But the footsteps persisted, growing louder and closer, as if the entity was right outside my door. The oppressive atmosphere engulfed me, and I could feel a sinister presence surrounding me. Fear paralyzed me as I waited, hoping it would pass, but it didn't. Suddenly, the door handle began to turn, and the door shook with each forceful push. My heart raced, and I braced myself against the impending intrusion. The footsteps became more frantic, and I could swear I heard malicious laughter mixed with a guttural growl. Summoning my last ounce of courage, I shouted, "Who's there? What do you want?" The pounding stopped, and the footsteps retreated, but the malevolent presence lingered, as if it was waiting for the right moment to strike. The rest of the night felt like an eternity. I barricaded myself in my office, praying for the dawn to break. When the first rays of sunlight finally pierced through the windows, the footsteps and the presence vanished, leaving me trembling and exhausted. Since that night, I've never stayed late at the office alone. The memory of those haunting footsteps still haunts me, a chilling reminder that some things should remain unexplained, and some fears are better left undisturbed.